getting rid of unwanted wind noise and those pesky bees that keep hitting my face when I ride with my helmet open. Say hello to Wunderlich Marathon screen, a beefy improvement compared to even my GS Adventure screen. This will be just an installation video. If you're interested in the comparison video, we did that a while back. Dave played with some smoke in the garage, then started crying, crazy stuff. Check it out in the description below. So we've got the screen itself, the reinforcing brackets, which are highly recommended to be installed unless you only travel on roads that are as flat as the clouds in the sky. Stick around. Alright, this guide will be the same for all 1200s and 1250 liquid cooled GSs and Adventures. First thing you want to do is obviously remove the old screen. That is done by unscrewing the middle screws on each side and popping the screen down. Next up, remove all the brackets and rubber washers from the old screen and make sure you lay it down on a pink cupcake towel to not scratch it. Make sure it's pink. Do the exact opposite on the new Wunderlich screen, and remember the brackets are different on each side, but they are labeled with an L and an R. Most probably for left and right, who knows. We will also be installing both reinforcing brackets. They are sold separately, and also the reinforcing arm. You can choose to install none of these, the left only, or both the left and the right. I will show you a comparison at the end. Moving over to your bike, remove both black wind deflectors. You don't need them anymore. See, now this is a perfect example over here why I appreciate Wunderlich. They use Torx screws on all of their accessories. Right now I have to waste an entire minute of my life finding some sort of hex bit to remove this little screw put here by Touratech. Not that I have anything against Touratech or anything, but if the entire bike made by BMW uses Torx screws everywhere, why are you putting hex screws? Just a question. Get back to me whenever, it's fine. After having a well-deserved hissy fit, undo the two larger T30 screws holding the screen adjustment mechanism. The bottom one will give you a hard time, so make sure you use a rusty pair of pliers to get it out. Alright, so I'm having a bit of a trouble mounting the bracket over here. I've got two different plugs. I've got a normal 5V USB one, and I've got a 12V one that I will probably use whenever I need to use my compressor. Hopefully I don't, because the one that comes with the bike cannot actually power a compressor. Well done, BMW. And since there are two of them over here, this bracket doesn't fit anymore. So I'm going to take one of them off and most probably move it over to the other side when I'm done. After installing the Wunderlich side bracket, use some of the included Loctite on the dome nut and grease up the large screw with the included grease. Attach the adjustment bracket using the greased up screw and make sure the grease goes everywhere. Lubrication is very important after a certain age. Repeat the same process for the other side of the bike and Bob's your uncle, or whatever your uncle's name is, Andrew maybe. This might be a good time to use that Wunderlich grease to help out the standard BMW adjustment mechanism as well, since it probably hasn't gotten any love since you bought the bike. Next up, slide the Marathon screen from the bottom up and use the included screws to secure it to your newly installed brackets. After that, viciously try and break your new screen while being amazed at how sturdy it now is. But apparently being this sturdy wasn't enough for the Germans, so they had another trick up their sleeve, a reinforcing bracket. The installation of the reinforcing bracket is very easy. There are two screws on the left hand side which attach to the bracket and a new longer one on the right hand side which attaches to the screen. Make sure you use the longer included screw. Finally, try push and pull the screen again like a rabid animal to make sure it's not going anywhere. At the end, the entire system should look like this. If yours looks different, you've obviously done something wrong, like I did the first 4 times. Alright, let's not leave the comments section hungry. If you have any questions about the screen or the installation itself, put those in the comments section below. Dave is sure to answer you. He just got an engineering degree from one of our prestigious universities. Well, that's the show for today, everybody. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming a Patreon to help us make more of these shows. Cheers! And I'll see you on the next one.